Okay, so meta and human-like AI.
Yeah.
It's a big one, right? We're talking AI that can practically think like us.
Yeah, and you've sent us some really interesting stuff on this. Articles, research, the whole works.
We are ready to dive deep. Meta's aim, they're not just trying to make algorithms smarter. It's bigger than that.
It's about artificial general intelligence, AGI,
Right.
machines that are on par with us intellectually.
Okay, so how close are they really? Because that sounds like,
Sure, yeah.
straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Right, so one article, it actually highlighted Zuckerberg's vision. He wants to build AGI,
Yeah.
but also democratize it, make it accessible.
Hmm.
But even with Meta's resources, the obstacles are huge.
Huge how? What's like the main roadblock?
Well, Jan LeCun, he's their chief AI scientist. He's been pretty vocal. He says even the best AI models we have right now,
Yeah.
not enough for real human-level intelligence.
So what's the missing piece? What does he propose?
He calls it world modeling. Basically, AI needs to understand the physical world, like we do. 3 dimensions, consequences to actions, the whole 9 yards, not just data.
So, like, instead of just memorizing facts, it has to understand.
Yes, current AI, great with 2D data, pictures, text, but the world, it's 3D. AI needs that context to really mimic us.
Building a world model, though, that sounds insanely complex. What are the challenges there?
Data. It's always data. Training AI is so data intensive, and for a world model, you'd need an insane amount.
Right, the data dilemma, one of the articles called it. How's Meta dealing with that?
They're getting creative, looking at more efficient ways to train AI. One thing they're exploring is transfer learning.
Okay, break that down for us. Transfer learning, how does that work?
Imagine this. You understand what a cat is. You don't need to see 1,000 more to know a new breed, right? You apply what you know.
Right.
That's transfer learning. Train AI to apply knowledge from one task to another. Similar one. Way more efficient.
So it's not starting from scratch every single time.
Exactly. And the really interesting thing is that Meta is embracing open source for this. They're sharing their findings.
That's huge. Why is that so important, this open source approach?
Well, take the VJPI architecture, for instance. It's designed for collaboration. Meta is basically saying, here's what we've got. Let's all work together to improve AI learning.
It's like a global research group then.
Exactly. They're even open sourcing models like Llama 2. Unlike Google, Microsoft, they're keeping their cards close to their chest.
So it's a very different philosophy then.
Totally. Meta believes sharing their recipe is how we make the biggest leaps forward together.
Interesting. So more efficient learning, open collaboration, anything else up their sleeve?
Oh, yeah. They're also looking at meta learning, AI that learns how to learn.
Now that is just wow. Okay. Explain that one. How does AI learn how to learn?
Think about how we learn a new subject.
Yeah.
We don't just cram facts. We try to connect ideas, right?
Yeah.
Meta learning aims to give AI that ability to learn new things quickly, efficiently.
It's not just what it knows, but how it learns.
Exactly. One article even mentioned something called model agnostic meta learning, or MOML. It helps AI systems be adaptable to new tasks, even with limited data.
Okay, so we've got world models, more efficient learning, meta learning. But how can AI really get our reality if it's stuck in the digital world?
Such a good point, and it's something Meta is tackling head on. They call it embodied AI, basically giving machines human-like senses to interact with the physical world.
Wait, so like AI that can see, touch, even smell?
Exactly. AI glasses that translate languages in real time just by you looking at a sign. Or robots that can navigate like we do. We're not there yet, but it's exciting.
It's giving me serious sci-fi vibes, not gonna lie.
Right.
And we're seeing early hints of this already, right? Meta's Ray-Ban Meta glasses, for example.
Exactly. A taste of what's possible.
Yeah.
Blending the digital and physical. But as we go down this road of embodied AI, we have to talk about the ethical side of things too.
With great power comes great responsibility, right?
Yeah.
What kind of ethical concerns are we talking about?
Yeah, and it's funny, there's this paradox, this weird thing with AI.
Okay.
It's called Moravec's paradox. Basically, things we find easy, recognizing a face, walking AI struggles with that.
Yeah.
But things that seem hard to us, complex calculations, chess AI, piece of cake.
It really makes you think, why is it so hard for AI to do those, like, basic human things?
Well, our brains, they've been evolving for millions of years to understand the real world,
Right.
walking down the street. Our brains are doing insane calculations we don't even realize. Sensory information, balance, reacting to everything.
Yeah.
AI just isn't there yet.
It's true. We build machines to beat us at chess, but a robot that walks like a kid, still working on that one.
It's humbling, really.
Hi.
And it highlights the challenge for Meta with AGI, to really get human-like intelligence, AI needs to, experience the world, learn, adapt, even make mistakes.
Just like us. Which brings us back to the ethics of it all, right? If AI learns like us, what values is it picking up? Will it even have a sense of right and wrong like we do?
Yeah. $1 million question. And there's no easy answer. It's not just programming rules. Because even we don't always agree on right and wrong. So how do we teach that to a machine?
It's like you can try to raise a kid right, but they still form their own worldview in the end.
Exactly. And that's where Meta's open source approach is interesting. By being transparent with their research, they're opening up the ethics conversation to everyone.
It's a huge responsibility, but at least they're not shying away from it.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, look, we don't have all the answers, but we're asking the right questions.
Which is more than you can say for some of the other big players, right? They're just focused on getting to AGI first, consequences be damned.
It's true. This isn't a race. It's too important to rush.
Totally agree. So as we're thinking about Meta's journey here, what stood out to you most from all this research? Anything particularly surprising?
For me, it's how this cutting-edge tech ties into these deep philosophical questions. It's not just about code. It's about what it means to be intelligent, to learn, to be human even.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Makes you wonder, if we do create machines that think like us, will they be curious too? Will they want to explore and understand the universe like we do?
Who knows? But it's going to be one heck of a ride finding out.
That is. So we've talked about the ethics, the importance of collaboration, but let's talk about the potential benefits of AGI for a second. We've covered the challenges, but what about the good that could come from it?
I mean, the potential is huge, right? Imagine AGI working with us on the big problems, climate change, diseases, even art, maybe.
It's like a whole new era of possibility.
Right. And what I like is that Meta seems to get that this isn't just a tech thing. They're not afraid of the big questions.
Yeah, they're not pretending to have all the answers, which is refreshing.
Exactly. It's more like, let's figure this out together, which is a lot more responsible than.
Than just racing to the finish line without thinking about the consequences.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up here, thinking about everything Meta's doing, what's the one thing that really struck you? From all this research, what made you go, interesting?
For me, it's the combination. You've got this super advanced technology, but it's forcing us to ask these really deep questions about, what is intelligence? What does it mean to be human? It's wild.
It really makes you think, if we can create machines that think like us, what will that mean for us? Will they have that same drive to learn, to explore?
Only one way to find out, and it's going to be fascinating to see where it goes from here.
Absolutely. And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into Meta and their quest for human-like AI. We hope this is giving you plenty to think about, maybe even spark some interesting conversations of your own. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What surprised you the most about Meta's approach? Head over to our forum and share your insights. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.